Yeah, yeah. Hello, everybody. Am I audible? Things are gonna be like this only. I'm not gonna be showing myself. Rather, we will just simply keep working on the things just like this. As for this one, come on. This white color is always gonna be rectangle for that. On YouTube, it's not really possible to remove you. Hopefully, I'll be able to just simply remove that with something. But as for right now, that's very going on, and there shouldn't be a big problem anyway. How does it look like? Just a minute. Let me have a look at that. Mm, yeah, that looks insane. But okay, never mind. Can't really do anything. Okay, so without any further delay, let's simply get going. And we were somewhere here. Let's simply hide this. Hopefully, everything's being shut right now. Coming back to this, what are we supposed to be doing right now? Uh, we were somewhere here. The thing is that when we resize this, uh, we have to resize the size of the canvas as well. But that's something we are not able to do right now. So we are gonna be working on that. Coming back to this one. So there is another layout. I don't know how that works. I mean, effect use layout effect. Just a minute. Can I turn it off? I don't really think I have any other option. Okay, so here we are. So use layout effect. This is what we have, and use layout effect that I'll search for. Use layout effect is a React hooker to execute code synchronously after the DOM is updated. But before the browser depends the screen, it is primarily used for reading down measurements, elements, dimensions, scroll body positions, and making immediate DOM mutations to prevent flickering. Okay, so it runs before everything else. Fine. Execute code synchronously after DOM is updated, but before the browser depends. Okay, fine. So this much we've done. And when it comes to resizing that, so is there any example in here? Then set with. Yeah, and it does depend on something. Otherwise, it will get error every time you do something like this. Still, there is some kind of flickering. Is this kind of flickering here as well? Hide it. Okay, there are two. Suppose this is a project. If I reload the page, there is some kind of flickering. That is okay. That's understandable. Hide it. Reload the page. It looks like this. Makes sense. Okay, going ahead. The next thing is that we have to take care of it. And there is a what I've seen being used over here, especially in this one. Uh, in that one, I must have used as well. I'll have a look at both. There is a what is this called? There is an event called a resize. It just simply gets triggered whenever we resize anything. So this is what we have to take care of, right? And especially in this particular case, this is used inside this particular use effect inside Excalidraw project, and then we have many use effects anyway. We'll be taking care of them, but inside this, what we are actually doing that canvas current ref. So ultimately, we have the reference of the canvas resize listener. This is the one that we have, and at the end of the day, this is just simply getting called whenever we are resizing. And canvas ref current context temp, this is something we have to take care of exactly what it does and all. So yeah, that's it. At the end of the day, we have these things here. So temp canvas, what does it even give us? So is this coming back to this one? um, giving it the height. This height should be, let me do one thing. Let me go with this use effect only, and in here, let me have window dot add event listener, resize, and this is the callback, or I can create another callback just right here. Handle window resize just like this. Calls handle window resize. Let's see what exactly we are gonna be doing here. Of course, we are going to get an event here, and there should be some type here as well. What is the type of this? We are not really getting any event. I mean, we can get, and that's gonna be some properties attached to that. But okay, never mind. This time, what do we have to do? CLG window resizing the window. Okay, let's see whether it works or not. Hmm. Reload the page. Yeah, it definitely works. So that's great. What is the next thing that we have to do? The next thing is that, oh, not this one. Mainly, this is the project that we are working on. So when we are resizing the window, at that time we have to use, we have to set canvas size. So set canvas size, and when it comes to setting the canvas size over here, so width, that's gonna be window dot, or can we say directly inner height? Yeah, inner height, and height inner width. So we don't even need to write window, inner height and inner width. There are gonna be there, especially if I want to remove from here, they can be removed as well. So inner height means window dot inner height. Yeah, it works. And now, does it really work? I don't think so. Or it does. There's gonna be a cleanup function here, and this is gonna be in that, and remove event listener. It doesn't seem to be working. Okay, that's the problem. Inner, it does work, but there's this flickering effect. How can I take care of this? Hmm. Especially when we, just a minute. If I actually come on here. Well, it turns out that you cannot really uh, resize the window here. Excalidraw.com. Come back here. This is the project we have. And whenever we try to resize the page, only the canvas gets zoomed in and zoomed out. That simply means this is disabled. As simple as that. Yeah, this particular feature is actually disabled. That simply means your canvas is always gonna be this much. And now you can definitely do these types of things, and there is that effect. So if the screen is black, that looks like that. So yeah, there is definitely flickering. So the same thing is happening in our project as well. That whenever we try to zoom in or zoom out or do these types of things. So there is that flickering effect, and that is quite common. So that's fine, understandable as well. Okay, so this is the first thing that we've done. Let's make it 100 so that it's visible. Okay, so this thing is done. What is the next step? Great stuff. And even when cleaned up functions, they are written like this, right? That is yet to be seen, but let me see. We actually have to return from here, and when we return, that's sort of the cleanup function. All right, this much we have done. So handle window size, and that quite makes sense. What it does handles time to take the help of AI here. The suggestions should be on anyway. Let's see. There's gonna be a comment here. Which language is this? Can I change the language? Probably there are no handle window is size update canvas size. That this is how it just simply goes on. So this use effect it does this thing. So at the end of the day, what I want, one use effect should be doing one thing, so that it's readable. Otherwise, if one use effect is doing more than one thing, things they are not readable at all. And to make it even better, what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna be writing window so that it's clear that that's the window inner width and height. Handle window sorry size. Great. So this is the first use effect. Let's continue. The next thing is that this ID that I have over here, let's simply get rid of this ID. And what I'm gonna do, even here, mm, this canvas related stuff needs to be here only. That's fine. Const canvas ref. That's what I wanted. So instead of having it like this, I'm actually gonna have it like this. So we have use effect over here, and this ref is gonna be here. That's fine. Let's keep it at the top. So we have a use ref that is reference there to this canvas. So we have the canvas ref. What is the next thing? It's better to make the color black as of right now. So let's simply give the color black, and this black color actually looks like this. Yes. Hashtag EB. I thought it would be great. One. Mm. Yeah, that's not bad actually. Better. So this is the color of the board as of right now. We have the toolbar, and what's the next thing? The next thing is that uh, zoom in, zoom out, sort of this works. It's all about drawing the things right now. You should be able to draw the stuff. That's right. So before I actually start drawing, I need to have the tools, right? So let me go to the page. Let me go to toolbar, and let's work on this toolbar right now. Can we take the help of AI here? Oh, so how can we? Yeah, that's right. Generate the code. So what do we have to do? Create toolbar for Excalidraw clone. Let's see what it does. I think it should be working, shouldn't it? Building your toolbar now. That's great. Meanwhile, let me just say, wow, it's been built. I'm just simply gonna accept everything, keep, and then if needed, we'll make some changes and all. This is how it looks like. It is not the worst thing ever, but let's make it better. First of all, we have select. Now the question is, what all do we need to have? So let's go here. We need to have this lock, keep selected tool active after drawing queue. Then this is the huh. Okay. Now it's time to. First of all, what is this? This is keep selected tool active after drawing. lock. So first, yeah. So first one is the lock that we need to have. Second one is the panning tool. So panning. Third one is the selection. So let's first one is the lock. Second one is the pan. Third one is the select. Of course, rectangle. Come on, yeah. Rectangle. Then what to name it? Diamond. Diamond. Then we have ellipse. Let's do one thing. Let's have both over here. I'm gonna be having circle. I'm gonna be having ellipse as well, both separately. We have arrow. Okay, we'll see how they are made. We have a come on line. We have pencil. We have texture. Hopefully that's the name. We have line. We have draw. Pencil draw names. Drawing. Let's name it like that. That's also fine. Or can we name it pencil? Pencil makes more sense here for me at least. Draw P. Okay. So rectangle R V H and diamond ellipse this and then we have this, then this must be texture. Yeah, that's right. This is the insert insert image. Now the question is, what is gonna be the type of this? Eraser. We have eraser, and lastly even we have more things here. Frame, web, laser, text to diagram. We have quite a lot of things. It's better to yeah, make it more tools. More tools. This is insane. It is taking time more than expected. It hasn't compiled yet. This is the huge. There is a problem. Window. It is just simply saying that what it is saying that window is not defined. Is that window is not defined? That's global. Let me see my previous project. Suppose in this one, window. Am I importing the window or using it directly? At the top, I have to do. So window is directly being used. Yeah, it is directly being used. We'll see. Take the help of AI and figure out this stuff exactly why it's being shown as this, like this. This is use client, so definitely Windows should be there. That's not. Canvas is the use client, and window is there. So wherever I have the window, let me check this thing. Control D. I think I just need to A, but when it comes to A for this for text, I think type is gonna be better here. Let me. Now it is saying that. Okay, wait. I'll figure it out. Let's have window. I'm not really gonna be removing that. Apart from this particular thing, let's go to the toolbar, and inside this toolbar, I'm gonna be having this type. Let me import the type. Once we have the type, this is how things are gonna be looking like. Well, not like this. it is still getting compiled. Then we have eraser in this. We have more options. Later I'm gonna be adding these options over here. And we have this lock. So I'll have to make sure that lock is also here. This is the lock one. And by default it looks like this only. Okay, we have two versions of it, lock and unlock. So let's get the lock version first of all. We'll have to make it responsive for sure. Coming back to this one, this lock needs to be removed with a locker. Lock lucid react. If I have lock, then I should definitely have unlock. Sorry, lock. And then this is the one that I am talking about. The lock open we have here. This lock open is gonna be here later on. So we have even something called lock open. Okay, we'll take care of this thing soon. So we have this much. And now all this thing does not need to be here. So I'll figure out the right place to keep it. But overall, if I run this, then let's see. This is how it looks like. So we have log, all these options here. And it's time to ask AI to make it like what? Canvas like, because this still does not look like Excalidraw. So one more question here. Make the style look like Excalidraw clone. If possible, I would like to take the screenshot of this. Let's see what it actually does. Pasted, run it, and wait for a while. Hopefully, it's gonna be getting the job done. Styling like Excalidraw. Hmm. Okay. Log. It is removing one, adding one. It has changed some things here as well, added greenish ones. If I, what the hell? It even made it worse. Literally, the earlier one was better. Mm, cancel this. This one is better. Okay, never mind. That's fine. I'll ask it to make the toolbar. So this is fine right now. Coming back tool menu actually. Tool menu. Create the tool menu. How will the tool menu look like? Tool menu will look like this. So in that case, it should be like this. Hmm. Let's see what it actually does. It's not gonna be exactly the same. That simply means I'll have to then make the styling better even after that once everything's built. But hopefully it's gonna handle most of the things. And here we are. Let's keep it and see how it looks like. Okay, now the question is okay, this is not really bad. As the AI is designing, so of course the design stuff is gonna be like this only. So font family, stroke, font size, Everything's not changeable at all. They are just the buttons here. It turns out I'd have to work for it again a lot. Never mind. We've done this much, and one thing I can do, that's a good one. That is taking the design from my previous projects. Like in this one, the designing stuff is quite great. So can I do that? It's not about can I or not. It's about doing that. Mm, so the canvas is here. At the end of the day, we have zoom button, we have undo button, and this is the first thing. Then we have text area over here. Then we have the canvas over here. Okay, so canvas is there, and all these things are there, and inside canvas.tsx we have the canvas wrapper. Here we have toolbar, we have tool menu, and we have canvas. So this is sort of that. So inside toolbar we have these tools. Let's do one thing, get the styling from here. That would be better. As for the logic, of course I'll have to write that on my own, but instead of asking the AI and generate the style like this, it's better to, I mean, get the get the style from there, so that we don't have to spend time styling the stuff. So control A, RAFCE, come on. So tool menu. Okay, so we have this canvas over here. At the end of the day, this is sort of the canvas wrapper because this is the main board over here. So canvas page, and this page is gonna be nothing but let me name it better. This is gonna be canvas wrapper. This needs to be changed as well. Wrapper. I'm naming it exactly the same the way it's been written there. So come on, canvas wrapper. Once this is named like this, then we have inside the canvas wrapper. What do we have? This is the canvas wrapper we have. Before even that, if I'm actually getting the style from here, so let me do one thing. Layout relative, of course we'll have to make, so we are gonna be making the require file. Forget about this, we'll take care of it. We need to make the top one relative. That must already be anyway, so this is already relative, and that's fine. If I gonna give you some extra stuff, okay, that's fine for now. Later we'll take care of it. And this is the canvas wrapper. Once we have the canvas wrapper, we have these three things here. So inside the canvas wrapper, we have toolbar, we have toolbar menu, and we have canvas. Let's take care of the toolbar here. When it comes to toolbar, so we have pen, tool, icon, cursor, style. We even have label in our case. So let's add the cursor style too. Exactly how the cursor should look like, right? So let's work on the toolbar. So if I talk about toolbar in our case, here we are. Let's talk about the, even I can remove this part from here completely. Cut, cut, and cut. This makes sense. So we have canvas wrapper, and then we have toolbar. This can actually be named at canvas directly. We don't really need to change this. Let's get rid of this. If this is canvas, naming it because that's what it was named here. In that case, I need to go to these components and canvas slash canvas board. Mm, okay, and Here we are. Once I've done this much, I can just simply import it here. Now the question is, mm, why am I getting things like this? I should be importing them using at the rate, but they're not getting imported. Tsconfig, that path is not here. Paths, and that's gonna be at the rate everything. Yeah, at the rate everything should look like, not everything. And is there actually gonna be inside an array? Not this one. Inside this one, if I go here and if I try to import canvas again, still the same. In that case, what can I do so that at the rate is actually being used? Hmm, tsconfig path. This is what I've done here, haven't I? Pass at the rate this equivalent to this. So that's fine as well. Include this, exclude, forget about that. And is there anything else that's different? Components.json. This is not the turbo depot. We still have components.json. And it defines what? Components.json I have mainly because of shared CM. Right. Okay. So if I just simply reload it, let's see how it's gonna be looking like. It's still loading that. Anyway, let's wait. Okay, now it's showing the at the rate section. I like that option. So I had to just simply reload the page and then it would start giving me that option at the rate. Okay, now it's better. So we have a canvas wrapper that's of course being exported from here, and we have toolbar. Let's work on the toolbar first of all. So when it comes to toolbar, so we have these many things over here. So what I'm actually gonna do that I will not get the business logic from here, but it's better to get the styling from here, right? Even we can make it better. So let's just simply copy the whole thing. I'll remove the extra thing, don't worry. So here we are, we've done this much. And at the end of the day, we of course have to, what is this? These icons are coming from React. We have a toolbar items here. That's fine. Toolbar item style is gonna be here. That's also fine. We have tool pan. First one was lock actually, but okay, never mind. In that case, let me do one thing. Instead of mm, doing it like this, I'm gonna be doing it like this. So after that, uh, let's get rid of all these things. The next thing is that these icons are not enough. Even we have this lock here, so we need to have this, right? So just copy this lock and add this lock here as well. And then we have pan. Mm, yeah, again, this looks better. And what am I actually gonna do first of all? We have lock, that's fine. Then we have the pan, then we have the select, then we have after select we need to have rectangle, but we do not have. So let me change the sequence here. So and we have mouse pointer, this rectangle we have. After rectangle we need to have diamond. We don't really have diamond here. That's crazy. Yeah. How am I supposed to be editing it? This is insane. Okay, so in that case we need to have these many options, right? So let's edit this one and then paste it there. That's better as well. So in that case the lock is gonna be there, and what is the next thing that we need to have? Cursor style, right? So cursor style is gonna be default, and let's see how it looks like. So first one is the lock. ID is the ID we had did. That's actually the tool name. So wherever I have the ID, control D, 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 D. And don't worry, in case if I don't know whether someone's watching that or not, but in case if you're actually watching that, I'll push it to GitHub. Uh, this is better. Okay, going ahead from here on. So let's make, well, this does not really look good at all. This is how it's better. So coming back to this one from the top, first one is the lock. Icon is gonna be the lock, and what is this? Let me go to the top. This one. Yeah. So the lock icon label is gonna be the lock. Cursor style is gonna be default. Okay. Lock open is also here. That's fine. I can get that later. Then pen is gonna be there. Handle label cursor style. Then tool lock icon label. Forget about that. Select mouse pointer. Select cursor style default. So when it comes to pen, and they kept that ID, or I named it ID. That makes sense. Then we have the grab, then we have select default, we have select default, that's okay. Rectangle crosshair, that's also fine. When it comes to draw, now draw is nothing but pencil over here, so I can even make it draw here. Label is gonna be draw, and of course that's gonna be using pencil. Class name, that is interesting. It has its own class name. We'll see if we can add it or not. And apart from this particular thing, it has a circle, crosshair. So ultimately crosshair is everywhere. And eraser, that's actually gonna be not allowed, and then default. So okay, overall we've gone through all these things. Now let's take this particular part from here. The thing is that mm, we have these many options, right? And we are just simply going through them. Okay, let's simply copy and paste it. As I'm going with the fixed style, so do that. Cut it, paste it here. These are all things we have. Cut it, cut this particular part, and this whole thing that I'm returning, that's gonna be replaced. As for the remaining things, let's simply get rid of this. We'd better just move tools somewhere safe. That would be better. Okay, so here we are. These are toolbar items. So let's name them toolbar items, just like this. We have the toolbar. We have these items over here. One more thing that they have in our case, with the with the what icons, they have the class name. And what is the use of the class name? At the end of the day, the class is nothing but a style and width and height for. That simply means these icons will have fixed height 4 and fixed width 4. So we can even do it. That's not really a big problem. Going ahead like this. So const toolbar item style height 4, because TypeScript is being used, so we don't really need to worry about it. Sorry, Tailwind is being used. Let's see how it's gonna be looking like. So this much I've done, and now as for adding it, it is just simply specifically giving them what it's merely for giving them the fixed height and width. So ultimately they are being designed right here. Sort of, yeah. So in that case, toolbar item style. Hmm, this doesn't seem to be right. Toolbar item style. This makes sense. So at the end of the day, I have to do it everywhere. Thanks to AI, now it's gonna be faster. Uh, okay, this seems to be better. As for this tool button wrapper, we'll take care of it. Of course, we'll have to create it. So at the end of the day, what we have done, these many items we have. What's the best place to keep it? First of all, otherwise, the in what size of our file is gonna be too much. So let's do one thing. Coming back to this one, I am creating Excalidraw clone. Where should I keep this? Don't keep directly inside the component unless it's only used by that one component and never changes. So ultimately we have components, toolbar, toolbar tsx, toolbar button, toolbar items, types, constants, tools.ts. So they're sort of constants, right? Okay. Mm, but they are only used inside the toolbar. Outside the toolbar, I don't think they are even used. So recommended inside this we have to keep all these things. Then render toolbar items like this. Even better, tool type. Of course, we'll have to create a tool type, no doubt. Okay. Mm, toolbar items. These are the toolbar items. As for right now, I'm just simply gonna be keeping it here. Later, I will move it if needed. Now we have done this much. We have these toolbar items. Okay, let's simply collapse this. At the end of the day, we need to create this toolbar wrapper. So when it comes to this toolbar wrapper, where is this anyway? This is toolbar. Tool button dot wrapper. Tool button wrapper. At the end of the day, we are creating that. Coming back to this, we have components. We have canvas, and inside the canvas, we have three things. So inside there is canvas. and then we have toolbar, and inside components we have tool menu. This is just the starting. This is definitely gonna be there some. This is gonna be tool menu. Can a folder be named like this? It turns out I don't really have any other option. Tool menu versus tool menu. Which name is better for this? Let's see. For next year's component, folder name, tool menu for user, tool menu for route, folder names, and tool menu for component names. So when it comes to components, tool menu for route or folder names, and tool menu for component names. So when it comes to components, so they are gonna be named like this. Got it? Avoid tool menu this because this. Okay, fine. So recommended name for Excalidraw project. The files are actually gonna be named like this. First thing, tool items. So any TSX file that should be named like this. Tool.save.ts. All the components ultimately. Rule of thumb is gonna be like React components. They are gonna be in capital Pascal case. Files containing constants and utilities. They can be in kebab case and all. In the next year's route folders kebab case. Full menu. Hmm. So this tool menu naming is better, but when it comes to this, the canvas that I created, this should be like this, and similarly this tool menu. Don't really have any other option except doing it like this toolbar. Alright, turns out it seems to be right. So I just simply change the naming over here, and remaining things are yet to be done. Now, as we are working with the toolbar, so all the components related to toolbar, they're actually gonna be here. So inside toolbar, I'm actually gonna create what? Tool button wrapper. Tool button wrapper.tsx. RAFCE. On RFCE. Or let's do one thing. As this is the button wrapper. Again, we'll have to change many things. Okay, it will work. Want it. I have to remove this thing from here. As for these types, we need to make sure that cursor state. Forget about this type as of right now. This recoil, get rid of this. On click, what happens? I don't care. So let's simply get rid of this. Worry about this is just a wrapper. Okay, now the question is that these many just a sec. Toolbar button, toolbar wrapper. Don't know how many things are there, but okay, never mind. At the end of the day, first of all, let's just simply get the style. Forget about the what? Forget about the logic part. We'll take care of the logic. The way we want, we will be using different kinds of packages and all. So, like recoil is used here. We will not be using recoil. But as for right now, remove the logic from there, and that's gonna be toolbar button. Bar button.tsx. Let's simply keep it here, and let's focus on this pane only. Many things are here. Let's simply get UI hint, get rid of all, and tool button, toolbar button wrapper, toolbar button wrapper. This is how it's gonna be going on. Now let's start working on the things from the beginning. So we have the toolbar. We clicked on this. Over here we have tool bar button wrapper. So we have toolbar button wrapper. We have many things, and we are passing the tool from here. Cursor style is actually being passed, and icon is actually being passed. Item. Where is this cursor style coming from there? So over here, this wrapper that I have, before even that, this particular section, where was this item coming from? This item actually comes from there, okay. And toolbar items. And over here, we had the cursor style, so that's fine. Cursor style was actually passed here. Icon was passed, cursor style passed, tool was passed, index ID was here. That's okay, understandable. Coming back, so what we are doing, toolbar items we are just simply looping through them. This is gonna be nothing but index anyway. But why do we need to have index? We need to have them anyway. Okay, so this index is gonna be the toolbar, tool button wrapper. So key is there, tool is the item tool. So these things are actually being passed, right? So tool, cursor style, icon. So why am I passing them one by one? Tool is gonna be icon dot tool khatam. Not really like this. Uh, Item is gonna be equals to item. As simple as that. If this is a wrapper, so I don't really care. Coming back to this, I have these toolbar items, and I'm just simply gonna be getting item from there. This wrapper does what? This wrapper just simply designs that, as simple as that. That's why I have this particular wrapper, and then each button is gonna be designed. So coming back to this one, we are actually gonna be getting item directly from there. Once we have the item, let's keep it of any type, and let's get rid of this as well. What am I doing? Toolbar button wrapper, that's fine. We have toolbar styling for the toolbar, then we have toolbar button wrapper. Inside toolbar button wrapper, we have toolbar button. What does this wrapper do? What is the use of this wrapper anyway? Let's see. I don't think there's any use of this wrapper. We can just simply remove this wrapper from here. The thing is that this is a tool button wrapper, right? Then inside that we are wrapper will not cost me anything. So let's get rid of this wrapper, and toolbar button I have. So canvas toolbar, and toolbar items we have. Then toolbar button I'm gonna have here. The way it's being imported, that is also wrong, but okay. I'm just simply gonna be passing item here. So this actually gets the item. Again, item will have any type right now. Later I'll take care of it. And item itself is an object. So either I send it like this, or I restructure that, completely up to me. So this item is nothing but an object of these things here. Tool icon and all, and we have to Fine. What happens right now?